Hey guys, it's EJ with Blockpad, and in this video we're looking specifically at headings in Blockpad. So in this example file, for all of my quote-unquote headings, I just have them set up as paragraphs that are underlined. But that's not really making the most of headings in Blockpad, so I'm going to set all of that up in this file and walk you guys through the process. So first, I'm going to click inside of this transient conduction heading. And really, I'm going to set this to be a title because it's more of a one-off at the top of the page. And it's not really a heading that I'm going to reuse inside of the file. Next, I'm going to click inside of inputs and change this to heading 1. And notice when I do that, it erases any previous formatting and sets it up as the default formatting that I have for heading 1. Now I'm going to do the same thing here for calculations. I'm going to change that to heading 1. And for all of the next one, I want them to be heading 2 because really they're subheadings underneath calculations. And to do them all at once, I'm going to hold Control as I click and select a little bit inside of each of these headings, and I'm going to change them to heading 2. And you'll see now all of those are set up as heading 2. Now for formatting, we're going to use style rules. So we'll go to Style, Manage Styles, and I'm going to drag this over here so that we can do it all from the side. And we cover using style rules in our style rules video, but I'm just going to walk you through headings specifically in this case. So I'll go to New Rule and change this to heading. And this is going to affect all of the headings in the file. And so for this one, I'm going to change spacing after to 8. I'm going to change spacing before to 6. And I'm also going to change the font family to Arial and press enter. So now all of my headings are going to be in an Arial font with some spacing before and after. I'll press New Rule and change Objects of Type to Heading 1. And for this one, all I'm going to do is change the font size to be 14 and press enter. I'm going to press New Rule again, change this to Heading 2, and for Heading 2, I want the font size to be 12. I'll press enter. I also like on some headings to have a border on the bottom, so I'll change this to bottom, apply and preview, and click OK. And now I've got that bottom border on Heading 2. And that's it for style rules, so I'll close out of that window. Blockpad also allows automatically numbered headings. To set that up, you're going to select each heading and turn on the numbered list. So I'll do that same for calculations, and you'll see that I have this numbered list that's specially for headings. It's not looking at anything in between. If I select this stuff and add a numbered list, then my heading list is going to ignore that. So I'll press Control Z to undo that. Also, this will work if I select and hold Control like I did earlier and press this numbered list. Then now my heading 2s are all part of that numbered list on the next level of outline. So you see I have 2.1, 2.2, and so on. Now you can change the settings for the numbers on that list by right-clicking any of the headings that are numbered and going to Format List. And so now I can change that level 2 to be 1.A, 1.B, 1.C, or I can just ignore that first level as well. So I can set that to just ABC. And if I click OK, then you'll see all those subheadings are just ABC. If I again format the list, I can change level 1 as well to something like Roman numerals and click OK, and you'll see that that's now set as Roman numerals. We're going to press Control Z to undo those changes. One more note on numbers is that that numbered list is going to ignore any heading that doesn't have the numbered list applied. So for example, if I turn the numbered list off for the BO number check, then 2.1 is going to start here. And similarly, if I turn calculations off for the numbers, then this is going to be 1.1 because it's considered to be under inputs here. I'm going to press Control Z to undo that. In addition to formatting and numbering, another good reason to use headings is that you can have an automatically generated table of contents. To insert that, I'll go to Right in the toolbar and click Table of Contents. I have the report that I want it for, so Report 1, and click OK. And now I've got this automatically generated table of contents, and I can control click any of these and it's going to bring me to that spot in the file. If I double click the table of contents, I'll see some options like I can show page numbers or I can show the links as text and update that block. And you'll see now I've got that formatting. For any further formatting, you're going to use style rules. So you can click on this, go to Style, Manage Styles, press New Rule, and make sure your container is block content. After that, you're going to set objects of type to either non-outline paragraph for heading 1 level stuff, or outline 1 for heading 2, and so on and so forth for the further headings. So I'll click non-outline paragraph and change the font size here to 12 and press enter and close out of this window, and you'll see now my heading 1s inside of the table of contents are set to a 12-point font. One more useful thing about headings is that if you go to View and Navigation Tree, inside of this navigation tree, headings are going to be shown in addition to any block sections, tables, or drawings. And if you click on anywhere in the navigation tree, then you're going to be brought to that part of the file. So I'll close out of that. Just as a final example of what you can do with headings, I have this spherical plane bearing file where I have all of my numbered headings, and I have this table of contents at the top that I've formatted. And just to illustrate how useful headings can be, I'm going to press enter here and type in another heading. And to set that up as a heading, all I'll have to do is change paragraph to heading 2, and then click the numbered list to add it with the rest of the numbers. So after I do that, you'll see my numbers update, and I've got that heading inside of the file. For it to show in the table of contents, you'll have to go to Formulas, Update All, so that the block will update, and then you'll see that I have 1.2, another heading in there as well. And if I change the level, for example, to heading 1, and press F5 to update all, you'll see that gets updated in my table of contents there, along with all of the subheadings after it get adjusted into that numbered list. But I'm going to delete that out and press F5 to update my table of contents. And with that, that's all I wanted to share with you guys on headings. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thank you.